This is hilarious just because this guy, for no reason, really made a lot of trouble for himself. He went on this game show called Pop the Balloon, and
Okay.
essentially what it is I don't know, like 6 or 7 women maybe. They stand there with a red balloon filled up with air and a pin, and then
Hmm.
the one guy comes through and he just starts talking to him or whatever, and whenever they want, they can pop the balloon, and that means I'm not interested in this guy. And then they go and talk to that woman and see why she popped the balloon or whatever. Um,
Okay.
so that's what this show is.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are
Yes,
you?
ma'am. I'm 29.
29, okay, and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very
Look at his fucking Instagram handle, dude.
Very handsome.
handsome.
That's very humble of him. He is
Yes,
jacked though. Look
yes.
at those fucking arms, dude. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, no, he is definitely jacked, and we might watch it later. You see a video where he's doing an Instagram live with his shirt off, and the dude is fucking jacked. It's nuts. People were joking that he looks like a Ninja Turtle because he's
Kind of does
very,
a little
very
bit.
top and back heavy.
Yep.
cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay. All right. So we
So just the same things he said. Has a job and
Yeah.
not promiscuous. That's all he cares about.
I mean,
Did get
those are
a-
good points, I guess, but that's probably not the only things he should care about.
Yeah, well, I mean, as it goes on here, we'll realize it does seem like he is looking for more than that.
Okay.
pop balloon. Let's go ahead
Okay.
and go on over there, see what's going on.
Yes.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon proper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes. The
Pretty reasonable, I would say.
Yeah, that's
right?
very
That's fair.
reasonable. Yep.
feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great
Thank
day.
you, Queen. You too.
Okay.
Clearly, he's taking it well. Things are off to a great start already.
Yeah, that's not a
Oh,
very
let's
wise
go
thing
ahead.
to say.
All right. We got to pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Jara. I'm 22.
Okay. And why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made didn't really. I like a more humble person, not someone that responds so defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it. I didn't really necessarily like how
That's
you
fine.
responded.
Hey, I could just.
He does
Oh.
just his. I don't know. Maybe it's just a buff guy thing, but doesn't he just look pissed? Like
He looks pissed. He doesn't look like he's
But-
taking it very well, man.
no, and what she said is, I mean, it is a little bit more personal or whatever, but he's clearly not being humbled, and like, I don't think he would even claim that he's a humble guy. His Instagram tag is very handsome, so I don't know why that would
Yeah.
bother him that somebody would say he's not humble.
Yeah, it shouldn't bother him.
Yeah.
All I can do is be honest.
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah, be honest,
I
be your
came
authentic
over
self.
here to,
That's okay.
to find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all,
mean,
Queen.
I 100% understand.
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
Sure.
And I was, she's someone that's your type?
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be
alright.
disrespectful.
No
You know,
disrespect.
but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
course.
that's all I can do is just state what I see. That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But
Just straight facts from this guy, no feelings.
pretty funny.
Thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah. Also, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know, the
Cool.
one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arm.
Did you see that? Watch his eyes here. So you can already see where is.
Yep.
I mean, that's straight on. That's what he's looking at right there.
That's yeah.
My eyes
Yeah, look at-
are up
okay.
here, baby.
You gotta go back a little bit further. Watch his head movement.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, the women I deal with, they don't have hair on their
Don't do
arms.
too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all
Okay.
I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body
You just
parts,
wasn't
but
looking at
that's
my
not
eyes.
what it is.
That's
No, I was
all
looking at the
pointing
hair on
out.
your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
Alright,
So
that's
that's all good.
Let's move on.
Qualified.
You gotta love how it's so convenient that every woman that denies him, he wasn't into her anyway. Every single time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, these women are all really tall. Like, I think they almost all might be taller than him, or at least half of them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least when they're wearing heels, they're tied with them.
That's true. That's true.
Let's move on. Okay. So we do still have 3 unpop, but she looking like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal.
So before he denied a woman because of the hair on her arms, but now he's totally fine with that.
Oh, maybe
I don't
maybe
think
he
he had a
likes her
problem with it,
more. No, he didn't have a problem with any of these girls, but he just is once when he gets like any like subtle like any sort of like backlash on him, he just has to backlash back. That's what it kind of seems like to me.
Yes, he insists on tit for tat.
Yep.
Or actually tit for tat 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 is kind of his
Yeah.
style.
Yep.
Bro.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh, well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway. I could look anyway I want to. You know. But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah. Do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart. You already been. I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways.
Okay. So he's saying get your balloon back, but how you feeling him?
I'm not going to give my balloon back.
Okay.
All right. No problem. So we do.
I think he was just doing it again. Look at his head here.
I'm not going to give my balloon back.
Okay.
Look at that. He totally just looked her up and down, straight up.
100%.
So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons? No. Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, compliment them, So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started what was going on, I'm very I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but you was really coming out I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, I do real estate and property management.
I live
So what you
downtown.
doing?
I live
Nothing compared to
downtown.
me.
I stay by myself, Queen. And you're not even qualified to be even
You
dealing
say
with me.
everybody not qualified.
You definitely
Jesus.
not. If anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
And
ain't
the one
my
that you
type.
wanted
If
popped
I
up
seen,
alone.
that's fine.
So what?
That is totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
Yeah, you
man
can't
off
do
camera.
that. You can't do that, though, baby. Yeah.
The money
Yeah,
flex is real.
yes. It's very, very believable that he can pull 100,000 out of the bank. Because for me personally, if I was jacked as shit and could pull $100,000 out of the bank, I would definitely need to go on like reality style TV dating shows to find a partner.
Yeah, unless like I mean, maybe he can, but like either way, that's not the flex that I think he thinks it is. And then also, yeah, that's a valid point. You wouldn't think he would have to.
Yeah, if it were true. But we'll see later that that's not believable for
Yeah, in
Let's
a real
move
way,
on.
you
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that though, Queen.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 23.
Okay. And Esther, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, now we can talk, right?
in a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
I look
What are
for
you looking for?
a woman, like I said, that's
Also, what are you doing here still? Like, why the fuck have you not popped your balloon? like,
Yeah.
like, come on. After you saw this, how could you be attracted to this guy at all? He's
Maybe
pathetic.
maybe she just wants to hear him out for the one last time. But like, yeah, that is kind of wild that she kept her balloon unpopped after hearing all that nonsense.
Yeah. All the other ladies should be side eyeing her. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no
not
shit.
going to be promiscuous, a woman that's going to be consistent, a woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself,
Okay.
you know, as well. I don't need a woman to
So again, he just says the same things that she has a job and isn't promiscuous.
Yeah, that's very
That's all he
vague.
has.
give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all, and some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly, yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. You know, I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time. You know,
can.
if you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love, or are you here to just
I'm
insult
trying to
everyone?
create a family. You know,
Okay.
that's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Seems like a family man.
Good. Sure, we're good. Okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
Well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So it seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it gonna be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
It's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match. All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off.
I don't think there's anything else that's really worth watching. Yeah, that's basically the end of it. But so he came on this show, and if you can believe it, people didn't really like this guy. They were kind of hating on him, and a lot of people started doing research on him, and this gal,
Okay, now I done.
Yanie, she did some digging on this guy. She
Oh
did some
boy.
really good work. This I was enjoying this very much. Shout outs to Yanie.
Talk
Yanie.
to a few county clerk officers today because I needed to get down to the bottom to see what the hell was going on because I don't like being accused of anything. This man, he's on the run. All right. Now, based off of my knowledge, right, based off of my research, this all starts back in 2013. No, I'm not wasting your time. We're getting right down to the bottom of this. So this all started back in 2013. Okay. It all started in Oklahoma. Now, it could go further back than that. I'm not really sure. So I spoke with a county clerk officer, and she informed me that this man has been on probation. He's still currently on probation. He keeps violating his probation. Now, how did he get on probation? He got on probation. I have my other laptop here. I have my other computer here. So I'm going to be looking down. And this was in Oklahoma, Osage County to be exact. So back in 2013, he unlawfully possession of controlled drug with intent to distribute. So that was one count that he had. The second count was possessed firearm during commission of felony. This is back in 2013. This is how he ended up getting on probation. The third count was unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. So all of this started back in 2013, according to my knowledge. Now, when I got on the phone with this woman that I spoke to in Oklahoma, she was the one that informed me of another incident that actually violated his probation that all started in Oklahoma. So then I was like, well, where was this at? She said Arizona. So then I look into Arizona.
Like this is so awesome to me that she finds his record in Osage County and calls him up and just basically starts gossiping with her and gets more info about, oh, where else do I look for more criminal records?
That's so funny to me too, because like he was just so unlikable on the show that like someone wanted to just completely just destroy his reputation online because he just is so unlikable.
Yes, he played himself.
He did.
Maricopa, I think that's how you pronounce it, Maricopa County in Arizona. Now, the interesting thing is when you're looking up information in Arizona, you have to know the county that this all happened in, because otherwise I wasn't going to find it. So this is when things get interesting. When I get to Arizona, girl, it's a mess in Arizona. No wonder he's trying to get up out of Arizona if that's where he actually is, but we don't know where he is. He's currently on the run. So let's see what he was into in Arizona. So in Arizona, this man was out here working with 2 other men. Remember when I was like, oh, it sounded like he got goons after him or something like that? So he was into some criminal activity. It seems like it was a sex ring, because let me get into the charges that he got booked for. Okay, there are 2 other men that are involved in this situation as well. I'm not mentioning their names because I don't want them to come after me. So he was out in Arizona. Okay, it was illegal control of enterprise. He was booked for that. Money laundering, he was booked for that. He was also booked for keep/reside house prostitution. He was booked for that. Pandering, booked for that. He also received
A very godly man. That's
very godly.
I know Jesus hung out with the prostitutes, but that wasn't because he was encouraging the behavior.
No. So when was he on the show? Do you know when that show aired? Like, I'm surprised he even like passed the background check to be on the show.
It was a couple days ago, like a week ago or so.
Jeez. I mean, maybe his charges are dropped now. I guess I'm not going to go into it, but that's still wild to me.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
earnings of prostitution. He was booked for that, and he was also booked for sex trafficking. Who are you out here giving your money to? Then,
oh yeah, after that video and this guy got all that hate, he started a GoFundMe because he's such a rich man or whatever, and basically, a bunch of red pill type of characters liked this guy because he was telling the women how it was or whatever, So some people rallied around him because of that, the people on that side of the internet.
That's just like wild though, because I can get like telling like a woman how it is, but like the way he was doing it was like completely like out of left field. Like, you know what I mean? It was only because his ego got hurt a little bit. It wasn't because like he didn't find the girls attractive. He just couldn't stand the idea that a girl didn't like him based off the way he was acting.
Yeah, he couldn't handle the level 1 criticism.
Mm-hmm.
To the county clerk's officer that I spoke to in Arizona, I was made aware that he also broke his probation. No, actually, that was the woman, that was the clerk officer in Arizona. She said that he violated his probation in the state of Arizona and in the state of Texas. So I unfortunately wasn't able to go down the rabbit hole in Texas because I don't know what county he's in. And the violation in Texas, I couldn't get information on that. I tried to ask, she was like, well, I don't really know. We just know that it was in Texas. I said, do you know what county? She said she doesn't know. So I'm like, okay. The lady seemed annoyed. It looks like he was looking for some women that he could pimp out. I don't know, because that's what the type of stuff, it seems like that's the type of activity that he's in. Now, his recent probation violation was in Texas in 2018, but I wasn't able to get information on that. So if anyone has information on that, let me know. Let me know.
Please do. Anybody out there, if you have more information, send it to Yanie. We need to know.
It would be very interesting to hear.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all we need to hear out of this part, but I did try and see what I could find, and found this record on this guy. Looks like him. Looks like a younger version of the Ninja Turtle man, I have to say. And this is a quick article, so we'll just read this. Tulsa police, and it's from August 24th, 2014.
Right in that time frame.
Yeah. Tulsa police arrested a man they say used a Craigslist advertisement to set up a robbery. Aaron Trevon Sloan is being held in the Tulsa County Jail on a $50,000 bond for robbery with a dangerous weapon. Police say Sloan, 20, advertised a 2003 Cadillac for $3,500 cash using Craigslist. He met a prospective buyer Saturday afternoon in the parking lot of Canyon Creek Apartments on East 51st Street. Police say after a test ride, the victim agreed to purchase the car. That's when a masked man carrying a gun came up and demanded the money. The victim ended up running away without giving the robber any cash, according to an arrest report. That person called police and said Sloan ran off with the suspect. Police say Sloan called police as well, saying someone had pointed a gun at him and tried to steal his car, but he did not wish to see a police officer. He then called back and said he wanted to talk to police, records show. Officers met Sloan in the parking lot of the apartment complex and took him into custody based on victim ID. Police say Sloan was uncooperative and lied about who he was staying with at Canyon Creek. Police say the man Sloan was trying to stay with matched the description of the armed robber. It's believed police are still looking for the second man. So he basically was advertising a car on Craigslist, and then when people came to check out the car, robbing them at gunpoint.
That's wild. So like he never got his cash taken and his car didn't get stolen. That guy must have stood his ground at least. That's wild.
Yeah, and he wasn't even successful with it. Pretty embarrassing, I gotta say. Maybe he
What a
wasn't as
rookie!
jacked
What a
then.
rookie criminal! What a rookie criminal mistake! Not even getting the cash before you pointing the gun.
But then, oh yeah, here's his GoFundMe. See what he's at now. 13K. He says it's for his humanitarian efforts, but he talks about, oh, that was actually what else was in that Yanie video towards it. But he claims that he's a humanitarian or whatever, but then he says things in his Instagram live video where he's basically saying he's going to start doing these things. He makes it very obvious that it's not something he has been doing. He just started it now.
I mean, I guess it's better than never starting, but that's kind of wild that he's just trying to get a GoFundMe going. He could have started with little things before he started asking for money.
Nah. He needs our money now. But here's the court record from Oklahoma. I couldn't find the other one that she was talking about, but this one was just on Google. And so you can see 2013, he was booked, and there's kind of fees and stuff, but there's a timeline here. I'm trying to find the warrant recall notice return. Affidavit for search warrant. When was that? January 2014.
Okay.
We got, maybe it's further down. A bench warrant issued. Original transcript of preliminary hearing. So that was September 2014. That's like when that article was from, so that makes sense. And once they went to court, they wrote the article about it. Inmate incarceration fee, $8.80. You have to pay $8 to get incarcerated.
I would just be like, I ain't paying.
Yeah, you can't let me in there if I don't pay.
Yeah, what happens if I don't pay? They'll probably just like deduct it and then send it to something, but that's hilarious that they charge you to get incarcerated.
Okay, here we go. Warrant of arrest for probation violations.
Nice.
5/16/2023.
So that wasn't even that long ago. That was just over a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, 2023 motion to dismiss, revoke. But yeah, so I mean, very recently he was on probation, 2023. And
Like, why didn't
a warrant was out for his arrest because he violated the probation. 5/16/23.
Why would he be allowed on that show? Like, why would they not do any sort of background check? Like, obviously they didn't if he got on the show. Like, this is a pretty extensive record. This isn't just like a part.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just like a small record. It's a huge record.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just don't feel the need to vet him like that. I don't know why they wouldn't just do a basic background check if they're, sending a woman to date some man. Seems like
That just seems dangerous. Like, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
just not safe for the woman. So like I feel like unless they like disclosed all this stuff to the people before the show, but like then I don't know why I'd even be even interested. Like it just seems like an interesting thing. Like you think they would do like the bare minimum and they would do a basic background check. And I'm not saying that people with like criminal records can't be decent people, but like he has so many charges that it's like it's hard to believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not really like, oh, he just messed up and had a bad day. Like, no, you were fucking setting up Craigslist ads to rob people by gunpoint.
Yeah,
You're
no,
pretty
that's
much
ridiculous.
a criminal to me. That's what a criminal does in my book.
Well, he has a 10-year criminal history at least. 10 years is a long time. Like, it's one thing, like, if you get, like, a charge or two at some point in your life and they're not serious charges, and, like, obviously those sex crimes are pretty serious. Robbing someone at gunpoint is pretty serious. That means he's violent and dangerous. The fact that he was allowed on that show is actually wild.